So, and some of them have jute, and like that one has just jute and this kind of cottony looking fiber. That's all that one. This one has pieces of the fabric and some jute, and says imagine, believe, create, little heart stamps, praise, rejoice. This book doesn't have a theme exactly. It's just mostly about the colors. And then there's 3 of these little cards that these came from a 6x6 scrapbook paper pad. And so I'll just tuck those in. There's a couple of little belly band places, and I'll tuck those in. I'll put these into some of the pages that don't have, like, let's see, like this one doesn't have anything on it, and there's a belly band behind there, and I'll put one of these there, and I've got some of this ledger paper. I'll stick that back there for a journaling spot. So I'll find other little tuck places to put these pieces. But what I'll show you next is I took this scrapbook paper, cut the top of it off where it's got just extra stuff at the top. And then so I cut that off, and I cut them in 3. Then I had a little scrap of this same paper here, and I cut it at 2.5. I've got this great punch that does tags. So let me stick that in there. It's not going to do the 3.5 or the 3-inch. It'll only do the 2.5. There you go. And I'll put one of these. Do I want to put pink or turquoise on there? I'll put turquoise on there. And then I'll put a little tie or piece of fabric through that. And let me punch this one. And I'll put a pink one on here. And Miss Kitty No wants to come and help. There she comes. Come get some love. I think I might be finished with this. So let's take a look and see. And just kind of do a little flip through. So I've got a couple of little tags in here. I've got seam binding on the top of that tag and a little turquoise reinforcement that I stained, and another little tag. This says hello beautiful, and a little piece of ephemera that I had scanned. I might be just a little crazy with the ledger pages or the journal pages, because there's quite a few of these in there. I've got a pretty good size one of that. Made a pocket, glued that in, and then just another piece of scrapbook paper with the same fabric as what the journal cover is made out of. This little flip, just a blank page to journal on, just little bird ephemera, and another tag with just this nubby cotton cord on it in a little brown bag, little flat bag, piece of scrapbook paper, another piece of scrapbook paper and journal paper, and then I made the clips. So this one says imagine, believe, create, another piece of that paper. This sweet little ephemera of this lady with the daisies, I might need to put a piece of something in that, probably the cotton cord. And I want to move that down so it's not just like right in the where that ties together. Another piece of scrapbook paper, little Tim Holtz piece that says understanding. Little 6x6 scrapbook cardstock that had like 6 or 8 little images, little reduced images on there, and some more of the journal paper. Little floating hearts and some of the fabric from the journal. A tuck spot. I might put this here. Now, I made this with some of the old ledger paper because I love the color of it. It's got that turquoise and pink. There's a cat. And I don't have a Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I have a very antique, vintage little stapler. So I just stapled that instead of taking it to the sewing machine and sewing it. So I think I'll just put that right there. There we go. And I've got this little girl. I'm going to put her someplace. That's an empty page. Or they could just write on that. You could just write on that. some more of the ledger paper, more of that. Let me stick her right there. There we go. Little peek out right there. I love this. This is the library card that I showed you. And I just took some of the cream colored cards. It's not cardstock, just copy paper. And use my little stapler and staple that together. Make a little extra journaling place. Little tuck in there. Another pocket. That little praise. That little paper. I got pull some of that out. I wonder what I did with it. Don't know what I did with it. Because I've got a couple of more sheets of this that I'm going to put in. I saw an empty pocket. I'll put that there. Okay. And then another empty pocket there. Then another flip. Took this to the sewing machine. Used some of the pink fabric that's on the front on this part. And then just a couple of pink pieces of paper. Stitch that together. Live today fully, and you'll create a lifetime of meaningful memories. I hope so. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.